Man like Mr. Scandal.
Today we're going to be talking about Tubolito inner tubes. We're going to do pros and cons. Going to keep the video short. It's quite noisy up in here, but I've got a microphone today, so hopefully you can hear me better. One, they're very light, 67 grams. So over a regular inner tube, you're saving about 50%. So rotational weight, you're going to be saving like 78 grams, I think. Price to save that kind of weight is £27. £27.99. Some places you can find them for £23.99. If you look around eBay, maybe you might be able to find them cheaper. But when you do get these tubes, make sure you get the patches as well. Okay, patches are very important because no other patches really work with these inner tubes. So make sure you get a tube and patch kit at the same time. You get 5 patches and you get 5 alcohol wipes, so you can clean the area before you install the patch. I've been running these tubes for about 5 months, probably as long as I've had my Heresy Zephyr tires. And in the beginning I was getting loads of punctures, but I think that was just because of the time of year. There was loads of glass around. It was a bit of a nightmare. But now I haven't had a puncture for about 2 months. At first, loads of punctures, then all of a sudden, no punctures. I do get a train a lot to avoid getting punctures all the time. But yeah, when you do get a puncture in these tubes, you really have to take the whole tube out and search for the hole. You've got to have some sort of water around so you can find the hole, because you won't just hear it like hissing out like you do in a normal tube. You really have to search for it, and it can be a bit of a pain in the butt, to be honest. I'll take out my tube and I'll pump it up outside the wheel. So you have to be careful that nothing nicks the tube, then you get another puncture. So I search for it like that. If I have to use water, I'll use water. But normally, if I got a puncture on one of these outdoors, I would just change the tube and go back to a regular tube. Take that one home, fix it, leave it for a day, make sure it stays inflated. Then I might put it back in after. So that is a bit of a pain in the ass, but you can do it. I have done it, but it just takes a bit of time. To be honest, they feel really good. They pump up really hard. I pump mine up to about 120 psi, and they hold fine. And sometimes when you do a landing, you can hear the tube, the valve rattling on the rim. You can get a buffer to stop that noise from happening, or use a bit of tape or something like that, just so you don't hear that rattle. But what I was gonna say, let's show you the tube. So here we have an uninflated tube. You can see what it looks like. It's very light. Feels like latex or something. It's not. I think it's just like a very thin plastic. So you can see where I had to patch it before. Took it out of the wheel, had it in between the tire, the wheel and the frame. Pumped it up, searched for the hole, repaired it. I'll put a bit of air in this so you can see it, but this is a used tube. Okay, so here you can see the tube inflated, and it's flyaway light. It's ridiculous. But it does feel very thick, you know. It's very solid. Tubolito BMX 1.8 up to 2.4 AV, made in Austria. Okay, so this is what it looks like, and that's the patch. If you want to lighten up your bike, then these tubes are the way to go. You really do feel it. But the downside is they cost a lot. But if you get the patch kit, when you get them, you can make them last for a long time. Some people have problems with the valves. I mean, I can see why. They're not got a lot of meat around the bottom, and I guess it's really hard to fix if you do get a puncture around there. But I haven't had that problem yet. Yeah, I really get on with them. If you like to mess around with new things and experiment with parts, try some of these tubes, and yeah, let me know how you get on. All right, Tubolito tube review. Hope you enjoy it.